What's up, guys? Coach E here with 8-Man Breakdowns. In today's show, I'll be continuing my series of 3 questions with Coach E, episode number 3. A reminder, in this video series, I select 3 questions that were sent in to me, and I answer them as best as I can. All right, so let's get into the first question today. So the first question that comes in today is, what do you think is the most important characteristic of a championship team? Okay, so I would probably say togetherness and teamwork. Those are my probably major characteristics as the most important for a championship team. And I've seen it from both sides where a less talented team has come together and worked great together as a team and beat a team that was probably more talented than them. And I've also seen the opposite, where I felt that we had more talented teams, but we lost to a team that wasn't as talented because we did the opposite. We weren't working together as a team. We didn't come together and just we weren't meshing as a team the right way. So I've seen it from both ways. I think it truly comes back to the ultimate rule of being a true teammate, which is just simply sacrificing your needs for the betterment of the team. So here, let me give you a couple examples. So I've coached basketball for a long time, so I'll give you a basketball example first. So in basketball, maybe you have a point guard who is really good at creating the offense for his teammates and just really passing and setting up others, but he wants to score more, right? So rather than him being upset about not scoring, just convince him and talk to him about how much you guys enjoy and how proud of you are of his strengths and how he contributes to the team and by helping others. Rather than being a scorer, it's not all about that. So I would say that would be perfect example of a true teammate, sacrificing his needs. He wants to score, but he's helping out the team more using his strengths of passing the ball, facilitating to his teammates. So here, I'll give you another example, I guess. So let's say you got an O lineman who'd like to play receiver, right? He's one of your smaller O linemen. He can catch the ball well. He used to play tight end, junior high, or when he was younger, or whatever, but he's now the best blocker on your team. Again, just talked about how he needs to help sacrifice his wants and needs to help the team. It's better for the team overall. They need him there. And I guess that's easier said than done. But anyway, I think that's just another example of basically being a true teammate, sacrificing your needs for the benefit of the team. And so, well, anyway, I'm probably going on a little too much here on question 1, so I'll summarize real quick. So yes, I said togetherness and teamwork. Those are the most important characteristics of championship teams, according to me. So you get your guys to play and compete together the best. And then if you get everyone on your team willing to give up their personal wants and needs to help the team, everyone has that same mindset, and you put the pieces together with your team, I think no matter what, you're going to be successful. Hopefully winning championships, like the question asked here. So hopefully that answered question number 1. Let's move on to the second question. So question 2, how do you adapt offensively if your team suffers injuries? Okay, so it doesn't say many injuries or one or whatever quarterback, but I put a picture of a quarterback on crutches here, so I'll get into this. So the short answer to this question for me is obviously have a solid strength training program that you use consistently, and then obviously emphasizing flexibility and proper nutrition for your kids to hopefully be able to stay healthy each year. But if that isn't the case, which it wasn't for us this last year, we had about 4 or 5 starters go down throughout the season, specifically quarterback and a couple linemen and running backs. Man, we were hit with the injury bug a lot last year. But so if that is not the case, such as it was for us, I would say be sure to have a solid 10 to 15 scripted and practice plays each week that you would work within your offense, even if you don't have your main signal caller like your quarterback. Say he's out. So you have 10 to 15 practice plays that'll work without him. You could even do the same thing, honestly, with one of your best athletes or a wildcat type quarterback, and work him in with a few quick game passes, such as some screens or quick just dump off passes, anything that would take him away from being totally one-dimensional if your quarterback does go down. Another thing I would do is just create a mini script, 8 to 10 plays. If my top player goes down, such as my quarterback or my running back or my receiver, whatever it is, and I know I don't really trust my backups in that position to run it and get the job done, then have that 8 to 10 backup mini script ready to go of plays that you're comfortable running with backups in there. All right, because everybody knows the backup players aren't always going to be on the same level. They might not fully grasp the playbook like your starter does, especially if they're a freshman. If you have a small number of players in your team at your high school. But yeah, that's basically where I would start. And then obviously, if someone else gets hurt along with it, you just got to adjust accordingly. Hopefully, you don't only have 20 players in your team like I do or have, and hopefully you don't have to rearrange your entire lineup because one or two guys go down with limited numbers. That is tough, and you do have to do it sometimes. But hopefully, that's not the case for you. So, anyways, that's my answer for question 2. Hopefully, that answered it. Let's move on to number 3, the final question. All right, the final question today is, how do you build a winning football culture? Okay, so in my short answer, I would say just take it day by day. Build relationships with all your players, push them in the weight room. Always be positive consistently. And I say push them in the weight room. I'm a PE teacher, so I'm in the weight room. I'm in a lot. I don't have them necessarily in class. That is class. But if you're not a PE teacher, then be involved in the weight room, especially in the off season, summertime, when you have that free time. Really push them hard in the weight room. Stay positive consistently. Keep building your relationships every day with all your players, especially if you're a first-year coach at a new place. But so let me dive a little deeper here, though. Now, so my opinion is all culture for your football program should be short-term focused. I really think that. And if you keep that idea short-term focused, I think you can reestablish your key goals every day. All right. So whatever your rules are, whatever your expectations are, you can hit it every single day if you especially keep it short-term focus. So over time, I think if you stay consistent and always have that purpose behind what you're doing, the vision is going to become clear for everyone, assistant coaches, managers, freshmen, along down to junior high, and your junior high coaches get involved. Eventually, it's going to turn around, and you're going to have that winning football culture. I truly believe that. On top of all of that, though, you do have to be a disciplined leader and make good choices because your player, your assistants, everyone else is always watching, looking up to you. And another thing I would say is just keep setting those little goals each week to keep your players pushing for that success. I think success is the ultimate motivator for everyone. If you can give your guys even just a little success, like, okay, we accomplished a small goal in this game. We might have still lost on the scoreboard at the end of the day, but we are improving and getting better because we're achieving these small goals and taking it one step at a time. I think that's something that you can build on towards your ultimate goal, whatever your ultimate team goal is. In this case, probably winning state. So, but yeah, that kind of rambled on a little bit more there on that question as well. But that's basically my summary of how I think you can build a winning football culture. So, well, hopefully I covered all you guys' questions and gave you some good answers. And with that, I will wrap up today's episode of 3 Questions with Coach E. Remember, if you guys have any questions for me, be sure to comment your question on this video, and I'll get back with you. And if you enjoyed the video or you learned anything new, please click the subscribe button here and check out all my previous videos here as well. Remember, you guys, it is all free. And like always, thanks for watching.